Characteristics of soil formed from different rocks. Volcanic ash. So, mga sila mga characteristics sa soil formed no from different rocks. So, naay ginatawag na to nga mahita naay lain-lain nga soil formation according from different types of rocks. So, kaning volcanic ash, fine textured soils with plenty of easily weatherable minerals. They contain high organic matter and available nutrients. Next is granite. Coarse textured soils with medium fertility. Most soils are friable and permeable but acidic and low in base status. Basalt. Fine textured soils with sufficient easily weatherable minerals. In temperate regions where water is available, these soils are very productive. So tama ka na siya, no? In temperate regions na kanang where water is available, like ginatawag na to diri sa Tropic of Cancer kana ng mga region, usually ang climate nga naga occur dry is only sunny and rainy, which means kung dili ka lang mag-init, mag-ulan siya, so natay available nga stock sa water. So dira ginahimo nga ato ang soil is very productive. Sandstone, poorly fertile, coarse textured soils. Limestone, fine textured soils with variable fertility. Topography as a soil forming factor. Topography refers to the configuration surface feature of the land. Topography has a strong influence in soil development. Soils on the side of hills tend to be shallow. Surface materials are continually removed by erosions. So, tama ka na, no? Surface materials are continually removed by erosions. Soils on the tops of the hill tend to be deep. Soils in the valleys are deeper and contain more horizons. Soil materials are continually deposited from upper slopes in foothills. Topography influences soil formation through its effect on drainage. Infiltration, when we say infiltration, kabaliktaran lang sa filtration. To filtrate, ginakuha din ang mga dirts, ang hugaw. So when we say infiltration, wala siya na filtered. So ginatawag siyang hugaw. Runoff, erosion. So mo to erosion, no, pagka-wash out sa yuta, and exposure to sunlight and wind. Time as a soil forming factor, isa po din sa ka-interesting slide ato ning subaybayan. The soil originates, grows, and matures with time. So inyong mapansin, no, sa pipila lang ka mga years nga mulabay sa atong kinabuhi, mapansin nato, no, ang soil or ang atong kayutaan medyo mag-evolve siya ba, katong based sa atong nabasa kay na nga ang soil naga-evolve siya naturally in process. So there is a relation between time as a soil forming factor o ang katong natural process sa soil. It's because through time dili na to ma-recognize ang kalambuan sa atong mga soils, whether it is safe, organic, or inorganic. Again, the soil originates, grows, and matures with time. The time required to develop as soil varies from some centuries to some millions of years depending on other soil forming factors. Generally, profile development and horizon differentiation are faster under warm, humid, and forested conditions because of higher weathering and leaching of bases, colloids, and other materials. On an average, it takes 200 to 400 years to form a 1 centimeter soil in environment. So, grabe, no? There is a definition, no? On the average, it takes 200 to 400 years to form only 1 centimeter, no? 1 centimeter soil in environment. So, pila lang na siya kakatiting nga mo taas ang ato ang soil, mugdong ang ato soil. It takes 200 to 400 years no siya, no, bago siya maka-form ging ana lang only 1 centimeter, no. So kung magdahom ka og meter nga evolution sa soil, no, pila na siya ka libo nga tubig, nga mulabay. So basically sa division 200 to 400 years maka-form og 1 centimeter soil sa atong environments, which is characterized by mild climate. In tropical areas, soil formation is faster. It takes 200 years. So in tropical areas, no, much faster ang pag-evolve sa ato ang soil, no. It takes 200 years, di pareha sa ato na Basagena. It takes 200 to 400 years to form 1 centimeter soil environments characterized by sa mga mild climates lang. Sa mga mild climates, again, 200 to 400 years to form. So in tropical areas, 200 years exact maka-form og 1 centimeter soil. Soil is a non-renewable resource. Forming soil of a forest lies 15 centimeter depth and accumulating enough material to make the soil fertile needs about 3,000 years. Degradation of soil fertility may occur within some years. Soil has limited resilience capacity, but it takes thousands of years to recover for its fertility is lost. For these reasons, the soil is considered as a non-renewable. When we say non-renewable, dili na siya mapuslan, dili na siya ingon nga magamit pa within the future. Kay gingon diri non-renewable. The soil is considered as non-renewable resource once it has been destroyed. When we say destroyed, giguba siya whether natural process or human ginatawag nato nga human activities, it is lost forever. So tama kini siya, no, dili na matawag nga renewable lang ato ang soil when it is been destroyed or it is lost forever. So unsa kining mga mga butanga nga nakapa-destroyed sa ato ang soil nga kita matawag man siya nga non-renewable, no. Kini siya na mga soils, say for example kani mga polluted soils, mga ginalabugan na og mga basura, so considered na siya na kana nga soil is patay na. When we say patay, destroyed na siya, it is lost forever. There are no longer nutrients nga nakapaloob ana nga soil. Pag magtanom ka diha og tanom, automatically mamatay ang tanom. It's because that kind of soil is polluted. Manang gitawag siya og soil as is a non-renewable resource. Soil forming processes. So let's go down to soil forming processes. Basic soil forming processes. There are 4 basic soil forming processes that operate in the formation of all soils in nature. Materials are added and lost, transformed and circulate within the outside the soil by these processes. So that the parent material is differentiated into several horizons, the basic soil forming processes are addition, removal, transformation, and translocation. So these are the following basic soil forming processes. Muna siya, no? Tungtruhon: addition, removal, transformation, and translocation. Addition of materials and energy in soil naturally takes place from the atmosphere, organisms, rocks and minerals, and groundwater. Humans also add some materials to the soil. Inputs from the atmosphere are solar energy, moisture, gases, dust, and sometimes pollutants. Removal. Material are removed from soil by volatilization and evaporation to the atmosphere, in solution and suspension in water downward and outside the soil by biomass harvest. Gaseous losses take place due to the evapotranspiration, volatilization, diffusion, and etc. Moisture is continuously lost from the soil through evaporation and percolation. Transformations. Complex transformations occur in the soil all the time. These transformations include physical and physicochemical, chemical, and biological processes. This transformation may be reversible and irreversible. The most important physical transformation that occurs in soil is perhaps the aggregation of soil particles and formation of beds. Translocation. Translocation of materials occurs in all directions of the soil, soil lateral upward and downward. This may take place in solution and suspension or as mass movement along cracks and channels. Specific soil forming processes. So there are specific soil forming processes, no. Soils evolve in natural conditions. So mo ta og giingon kay no, gi-repeat po nako. Soils are evolved, no, nag-evolve ang soils through natural conditions by the action of natural forces. So when we say natural conditions, walay lain nga nagpursue nga mag-evolve ang atong soil kundi through the natural forces or natural ginatawag nato nga natural process ang iyahang pag-evolve sa soil. Conditions all over the globe are varied and forces are diverse. So there are many different types of soil in nature. So tama ka na siya, no. Dili kanang ato makita na mga soils karon, no, mga kalupaan nato, no. Usually nga ato mga naandan black soil lang, no, pero dili kay lang na black soil lang mo na siya mo na tong itagad, no. Dili kay lang black soil lang na tanan yuta nato na pansin ko they are the soils must form or ang soils nag-form siya by different processes. So kana inyo makita gani sa uban mga kayutaan na pula, na something na brown, na gikan itom. In other words, a set of natural processes should be responsible for the formation of specific soil. So the natural processes should be responsible. Nasa a set of natural processes which is responsible for a specific formation of the soil. Laterization, latosolization, and fertilization. Laterization, latosolization, and fertilization are processes of enrichment of iron, manganese, and aluminum oxides and hydroxides in the specific soil profile. When iron and aluminum come in solution to the soil profile from outside, such as saprolite below or from upslopes, and precipitated, the process is called laterization. According to Fanning and Fanning 1989, latosolization, residual sesquiocydes accumulate bases and silica are leached out from the profile. The residual material is rich in oxides of Fe, which stands for iron, and Al aluminum, and Ti is kung wala ko magkasayop is titanium, Mn, and oxyhydroxides and hydroxide minerals. Clay minerals such as kaolinite, neo form from the residuous ions. The Fe and Ai or Al compounds in these soils are typically highly crystalline. That is, they are neoformed into minerals with discrete ordered structures that are not easily weatherable. An oxic horizon develops in his way. However, oxisols may contain both residual and migrated iron and aluminum. Van Bremen and Berman 2002 used the term fertilization for the process associated with strong weathering that lead to the formation of oxisols. Soil taxonomy, source ng soil taxonomy, Soil Survey Stuff 1999, or Ferrasols, World Reference Based for Soil Resources